The Singapore Grand Prix isn't just another race. It's a battlefield. Under the lights of Marina Bay, drivers face a brutal 2-hour survival test in heat, chaos, and relentless pressure. But shocking new details just leaked, and they could turn this entire championship upside down. Will Max Verstappen crush the comeback? Can McLaren hold their fragile unity together? Or will disaster strike under the stormy skies of Singapore? Stay tuned, because this might be the race that changes Formula One forever. The Singapore Grand Prix isn't the fastest race on the calendar. It isn't the longest track either. But ask any driver, and they'll tell you it's one of the hardest. Why? Because here, speed is secondary. Endurance is everything. This is a street circuit packed with 90-degree corners. That means lower average speeds, constant braking, and no moment to rest. The race drags on for nearly 2 hours in blistering humidity. A sauna even at night. Drivers lose up to 3 kilograms of body weight just from sweat. And if that wasn't enough, the sky itself is unpredictable. Showers could hit at any moment. One corner might be bone dry, the next a sheet of glass. This is where champions are separated from pretenders. And this year, it's about more than a race win. It's about survival in the title fight. 4-time world champion Max Verstappen doesn't scare easily. But he knows this track is a monster. The toughest thing, Max admitted before the weekend, isn't always the car. It's the heat, the sweating, the physical side of it. If the car feels nice to drive, you can focus. If it doesn't, you're fighting the track the whole way. And right now, he's fighting for more than comfort. He's fighting to prove his RB21, fitted with fresh upgrades, can handle a circuit built for high downforce. On paper, that should give McLaren the edge. But Max doesn't play by paper rules. Remember 2021? He walked into Abu Dhabi tied with Lewis Hamilton and walked out a champion. Under pressure, Verstappen doesn't break. He bends the story to his will. That's what McLaren fears most. McLaren's season has been nearly flawless. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri looked untouchable in places like Zandvoort and Hungary, dominating on downforce-heavy tracks. But cracks are beginning to show. In Baku, chaos struck. Oscar Piastri failed to finish. Lando Norris's weekend collapsed thanks to reliability. Suddenly, Max Verstappen wasn't just a fading shadow. He was back in the fight. And here's the twist. McLaren isn't just racing Red Bull. They're racing themselves. Team boss Zak Brown knows it. That's why he's trying desperately to manage the tension between his drivers. We want equal equipment, equal opportunity. And may the best man win, Brown insisted. But talk is cheap in Formula One. If Singapore throws chaos their way, how long before equal opportunity turns into team orders? How long before friendship turns into rivalry? Because Norris and Piastri both want one thing, a world championship. And only one of them can get it. And then there's Ferrari. Once the kings of Singapore, now a team in crisis, they've slipped behind in the Constructors' Championship. Strategy errors, like the communication blunder in Baku that gifted Lewis Hamilton 8th place, are piling up. And worse, their focus has already shifted to 2026's new rules. That leaves them stranded. Too slow to fight McLaren, too distracted to match Red Bull. For fans of the prancing horse, Singapore might not bring much joy. But for rivals, Ferrari's weakness is opportunity. But don't forget the other story brewing. Yuki Tsunoda just delivered his best result for Red Bull in Baku. 6th place, keeping Lando Norris behind him in a fight that stole points away from McLaren. For Tsunoda, this isn't just about glory. It's about survival. His Red Bull seat is under threat. Rumors swirl of young talents waiting in the wings, ready to replace him. Singapore might be his last chance to prove he belongs. That means one thing. He'll risk everything. And in a race like Singapore, a single bold move from a desperate driver can change the entire championship picture. Then there's the forecast. Rain is likely. Maybe during practice, maybe in the race itself. And in Singapore, rain doesn't just make the track slippery, it makes it chaotic. Safety cars, red flags, shock results, they've all happened here before. And with Verstappen chasing, McLaren guarding, Ferrari faltering, and Tsunoda swinging, one thunderstorm could reset the entire World Championship in the blink of an eye. The pressure is heavier than the humidity itself. For Max Verstappen, the question is, can his RB21 upgrades bite into McLaren's dominance on a downforce track? If yes, the championship fight is alive. For McLaren, the question is, can Norris and Piastri coexist as teammates and rivals without tearing each other apart? For Ferrari, it's whether they can salvage pride before the season is lost completely. And for Yuki Tsunoda, it's whether Singapore is his career lifeline or his farewell. Right now, Oscar Piastri leads with a 69-point cushion. 7 races remain. 3 sprints, enough time for anything to happen. Zach Brown says the Constructors' title is looking very good. But the Drivers' Championship? That's a knife fight in the dark. If Max Verstappen wins here, the story changes. Suddenly, the unstoppable McLarens look vulnerable. Suddenly, every mistake counts double. And Verstappen doesn't need an invitation to crash their party. He only needs a gap. So as the lights prepare to go out in Singapore, here's what you should watch for. The sweat, the heat, and the 2-hour grind that will test every driver's limits. The storm clouds above. One shower could turn Marina Bay into a lottery. The McLaren rivalry bubbling just beneath the surface. Verstappen, the champion who never surrenders. And the outsiders, like Tsunoda, who could throw the whole race into chaos. Singapore isn't just a race. It's a war zone of endurance, strategy, and survival. And when the checkered flag falls, the championship picture may look nothing like it does today. So I'll leave you with this. Will Max Verstappen drag himself back into the title fight? Will McLaren's unity hold, or will Singapore tear it apart? And who will walk away from Marina Bay as the true contender for 2025's crown? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And if you love untold F1 stories like this, hit that like button, share this video with a fellow fan, and don't forget to subscribe. Because this season, every race, every lap, every moment is rewriting Formula One history.